Hey guys, it's Chelsea from The Financial Diet, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about taking care of yourselves post-inauguration. Like many of you guys, I imagine, I was pretty devastated when Trump got elected, and in the past 2 weeks, all of the terrible news and the chaos coming out every single day makes it feel almost impossible to just go through your day and do your work. I've found it's been very, very hard to stay productive and stay generally positive in my life. And as you can also see from my surroundings, I've moved in this time. So since the inauguration, I've had a move, I've had several personal issues, and a minor health crisis, which is now luckily resolved. So needless to say, it's been very important for me to set some rules and strategies so that I can stay productive and stay positive during a time when nothing feels certain. The truth is that yes, a lot of terrible things are happening right now. But the good news is that we all have control over ourselves and how we handle it. And the stronger and more productive we are as individuals, the better a chance we have to come together and fight. So here are the big strategies that I've been using to stay sane and productive post-inauguration. Number one has been setting aside specific times to read and digest news. It can be very easy to fall into a spiral of refreshing Twitter or the front page of newspapers or whatever you might follow to get your news because you feel like every other second something terrible is happening. It can often feel like following stories in real time is the best way to stay informed and resist. But the truth is that obsessively following the news will just burn you out in a matter of weeks. And this goes double if you're prone to things like anxiety or depression. So I recommend picking out one specific time per day where you go through the news stories, filter out the top things, and figure out how you can personally have an impact. The rest of the time, you should be leaving breaking news aside. Trust me, if there's really something that urgent, you'll find out about it. My second strategy has been dividing the news I read into 3 categories. Number one is issues where I can take steps to help myself. Now, 2 great examples of this are attacks on women's healthcare. That means I should make appointments for things like an IUD or contraceptive prescription if I want them while they're still affordable and available, or things like Trump repealing Dodd-Frank, which includes the rule that retirement advisors have to act in your best interest. In that case, it means it's my job to become even more informed about how I'm handling my own retirement. And don't worry, we'll be doing a video on that soon. The point is, these are things where I can take steps to help and to protect myself. The second category is issues where I can do things to help others. Now, whether that means stuff like the so-called Muslim ban or legislature attacking LGBT people, or simply supporting other organizations that are fighting Trump. Now, these are things where I can do something very tangible to help others, even if it means just going to a protest or donating a few dollars. And the final category is things I can't control. And these are things that are super important to separate from the rest. Things like rumors swirling about Trump using nuclear weapons or him destroying relationships with Australia, or things that are happening on such a grandiose and chaotic level. They're things that in the day-to-day you can't do much to control. Now, obviously, there are things you can do, such as going to general protests or writing congresspeople about removing Steve Bannon. But on the whole, dedicating time and energy to worrying about things like, are we going to be in a nuclear war in a year? Doesn't really help anyone. And it paralyzes you from working on the many things that you actually can help. Focusing strictly on the places where you can have an impact allows you to better dedicate your resources and to not feel burned out. Number 3 is attending political meetings. Now, obviously, protesting, posting online, donating money, these are all aspects of resisting. But you can't just resist, you have to build something better. So it's up to us to find political action organizations or parties that are doing ground level work where we can help build and create alternatives. For example, I'm a member of the DSA, which is the Democratic Socialists of America, probably the most famous Democratic Socialist being Bernie Sanders. And I go to both organizational meetings and more fun things like happy hours and events with the group so we can all work on different sub-projects and help strengthen the community here in New York. There are DSA chapters all over the country, as well as other great political organizations that could use your help. And the great thing about these organizations are twofold. One, it's a wonderful place to meet people, dedicate your energy, and feel really fulfilled. But 2, it's incredibly inspiring to see all of the people who've already been doing this work at the ground level and all of the different projects that can use your help where you can jump right in. For example, the DSA has sub-projects for everything from financial justice to racial justice to environmental justice to whatever you can think of. And all of these areas have ongoing projects as well as sometimes candidates that need your support. If you want 1 hour of your time to go really far, find an organization that will help you do that. Number 4 has been taking care of myself physically. One of the unfortunate symptoms of my anxiety disorder is that I experience periods of insomnia insomnia, which compound each other to the point that I can go days or even sometimes up to a week with almost literally no sleep. It quickly erodes my mental health as well as my physical health and leaves me almost completely unable to do even my basic work. In the past, I've had a lot of issues with admitting when I need to take medication or see someone or both, but this case I said to myself, there is too much going on. I do not have time to take any risks with my health. So I immediately made an appointment with my doctor, got a prescription for temazepam, and largely because of that, and also living a healthful lifestyle, I've been sleeping very well. And that's enabled me not just to do my regular work and be a functioning, decent human being that people want to be around, but also to do the work of resisting. If you're not taking care of your basic health, and that means things as simple as drinking enough water and taking your vitamins, you're of no use to the revolution. Number 5 has been focusing more than ever on savings. Particularly as a woman, there's never been a more important time to have control over my financial future and my options in life. With all the financial deregulation that's already coming down the pipeline, if you are not knowledgeable about your money and have enough of it to be able to protect yourself, you're in some serious trouble. Building a very solid emergency fund and knowing exactly how best to allocate your savings is of the essence. We need to be very financially literate and more importantly, have enough savings that something unexpected, such as an accident without great insurance or having to move unexpectedly, are not the end of the world. Following these strategies has helped me immensely to not only do my regular work, but also feel optimistic about the future. It's up to all of us to treat our own bodies and our own time as the precious resources they are. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't take care of anyone else. So as always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to go to thefinancialdiet.com for more. Bye!